Topic 8.5, Green IT. Now, my friend, Green IT refers to the study and practice of establishing or using computers and resources in an efficient and environment friendly and responsible way. We all know the concept of environment friendly, the concept of green, the concept of protecting your environment, that's so common, so prevalent these days. And in line with that, this particular topic has been introduced to make you aware of the how the information technology can contribute to the protection of environment, and that is green IT. Computers consume a lot of natural resources from the raw materials required to manufacture them, the power used to run them, and the problem of disposing them at the end of life cycle. At every stage, natural resources are being used. You need to manufacture them. You need to you need to have electricity to run them, and when they are non-usable or they have to be scrapped again, that causes impact to the environment. Green computing is the environmentally responsible use of these computers and resources. Such practices include the implementation of, now lot of concepts have come in which are being used as part of green IT. For example, the implementation of energy efficient central processing units or CPUs, servers and peripherals, as well as reduced resource consumption and disposal of electronic waste, that is e-waste. So, energy efficient CPUs have come in, energy efficient peripherals have come in, lot of such things have come in. One of the earliest initiatives towards green computing in the United States was the voluntarily labeling program known as Energy Star. It was conceived by the Environment Protection Agency in 1992 to promote energy efficiency in hardware of all kinds. Now, the Energy Star label became a common sight, especially in notebook computers and displays. Similar programs have been adopted in Europe and Asia, so they'll tell you what is the star rating, how much energy does it consume, that more the number of stars, more energy efficient is the device, and that is used in different countries these days. Although government regulation is an important part of overall green IT overall philosophy, but at the same time the work habits of users and businesses have to be modified to minimize impact of global environment. Yes, we all know that the major impact can only be brought by the government regulations, the laws which are enacted by the government, but at the same time lot of steps have to be taken by the people for green IT implementation. And what are those steps? Some very simple and basic steps which can be followed by you, which can be followed by me, and which can be followed by all the different users of information systems. And what are those steps? Simple. Power down the CPU and all peripherals during extended periods of inactivity. We have a habit of, even if we are going for example for a lunch for half an hour, the system will always be running. Can you not power it off? You can. The printers would be switched on, some electricity is always consumed. Can you not switch it off? Yes, we can. Try to do computer related tasks during continuous intensive blocks of time, leaving hardware at off at other times. For example, you need to do 10 hours of work or 6 hours of work. Why not concentrate the 6 hours at the same time, and non-computer work can be done in the other 2 hours. For example, you have an 8-hour office. Rather than keeping the system on for the entire 8 hours, why not do the system related work in 6 hours, and then in the 2 hours when you are left, you can do the non-computer related work, and at that time the hardware can be switched off. Again, a method to save energy. Power up and power down energy intensive peripherals such as laser printers according to need. Don't leave them switched on all the time. We all do that. So that has to be controlled. Use LCD monitors rather than the CRT or the traditional monitors. Obviously, LCD monitors consume less energy. Use notebook computers rather than desktop computers. Again, desktops have bulky CPUs and bulky mechanisms, and that's why they use a lot of energy. The notebooks and laptops definitely use lesser energy. Use the power management features to turn off hard drives and displays after several minutes of inactivity. There is always a feature in your systems. If you go to that, it asks you when to turn off the system. If you have not touched a system for a particular period of time, should it hibernate, or is turn off the power, or it should use less energy. So all these options are there, but we don't use them. We keep them, the systems, on for longer durations. Minimize the use of paper and properly recycle waste paper. Obviously, if we are using a lot of computers, then the focus should be on using less and less paper. A lot of these days people send mails and it is written that print this particular paper only if necessary, and that is right. Why do we need to print everything? If it is in soft copy, that is fine. For example, you are filing an income tax return, you have filled up a form ITR 6. It has got 20 pages or 20 sheets in the Excel form. Why do you need to print out everything and keep it in a file? You can generate a PDF version from the income tax site and keep it that way. Why do you need to print out everything? It is the same thing. So you can avoid that. Similarly, dispose of e-waste according to central, state and legal regulations. And lastly, employ alternate resources for computing, workstations, service networks and data centers. So my friend, these are the different methods, the different work habits, the different ways in which the usage of computer resources can be handled efficiently, and everybody can contribute to protecting the environment by making efficient use of green IT. So this is the end of topic 8.5, and this is the end of chapter 8.